morning and welcome to an episode of Walking with Dog on the Next Ridge. Today I am on the southwest regions of the New Forest, in between Brockenhurst and I think it's Wilvery. Although, as my mate called it yesterday, Wolvery. So I'm not confused. I'm a bit confused on that. But I'm going to go with Wilvery. I'll put on the screen what we're going to see because I can't actually remember what I'm going to see today because it is very early. I did have a lie-in and I don't know if I've packed everything I should have packed. So I'm just going to have a quick look and then we'll get going. So while I'm doing this, you have a look at the screen, see what we're going to see, and then we'll shoot on. So talk amongst yourselves. We'll make a brew. Make a brew. Make a brew. Yeah, I think we're good. That's just snacks and drinks, which I pre-packed last night anyway, so I know they're in there. It was just all my gadgetry. I was making sure I had on my first aid kit. Right then, as you can see on the screen, quite a bit to see. So we better get cracking, because I believe the first thing is just there. So this is Wilvery Post, and it might just look like a little intersection between, obviously, well, as you can tell, it's a road now, is where I'm parked. This is the beginning. But it's probably one of the most famous, well, infamous meeting points for the New Forest smugglers on the southwest boundaries of the New Forest. So this was originally their meeting point where they could move off all their contraband. I think back in the 1800s it would have been lace, brandy. What else would they have nicked? Anything, basically. And in true style to me, I cannot find the Naked Man tree because apparently it's now just an enclosed. Do you know what? I've been looking around because it's all around here. Found it. Found the thing, haven't I? Should we have a look at it? I think we will. Well then, this is the Naked tree, or the Naked Man, right? The Naked Man tree. But that isn't actually it. No, it is that section there where the finger was before. Oh. So tying in with the Wilvery Post, the smugglers, the story has it that was the site of the original gallows to deal with the smugglers of the New Forest. So after the skirmishes, after they were caught, they were brought and
guilty, hang him,
naked,
bugger,
to the gallows and just left there to rot for years. That's the story or the tale behind the Naked tree. And considering it's only about 200 years old, I'd say it's pretty true. There are documentations for it. So yes, that is the site of the original New Forest gallows. But if you came to do dirty deeds, you got dirty deeds done to you, dude. Hanging from a tree, naked, with all your little bits hanging out for everyone to look past and throw stones at. Right? Yeah. So, Naked Man. on to the next. The Naked Man. And here I am, trying to unfuck something. If you've watched the whole video, or at least up to the Holm Hill section, this bit will become apparent with the unfucking. So, we've just spoken about the gallows that used to be there and the hangings of the smugglers. There's two more little tales about this place. The one we're going to talk about first is a gentleman called Gerald Gardner. Now, Gerald Gardner is a world-renowned, or was a world-renowned male witch and author and occultist.
Burn witch, burn witch,
And he wrote many wonderful books, if that's your thing, on the occult and witches. Now, in 1940 he came here and he was joined by the New Forest Coven, who can't remember her name, but we have done a video on her. Celia? Is it Celia Leake? Could be, I may have got that wrong. I was going to say Celia Leake from the earlier videos that we saw in Burley, where all the witches come from. So anyway, they all came here in 1940 and had a massive pagan ritual. I mean, like a festival-sized ritual to ward off the evil spirit that was Adolf Hitler. No lie. They got together and they did rituals and whatever else kind of weird shit they did to make sure that Adolf Hitler was unable to cross the Channel and invade Britain. Okay, I guess everyone did their bit in them days. And the final tale on here, where the tree used to be, or the gallows, sorry, shall I say, the gallows used to be there, and they chopped them down because they didn't want a reminder. And then some people of the family of the smugglers said, oh, we want a reminder. So they built the tree. So they didn't build a tree, they planted a tree and the tree grew. And then years passed by and they decided, well, we don't want a reminder of the gallows that were there. So they chopped the tree down as well. So that went, and the stump is there. And many years later passed and they decided, no, hang on. We will want a reminder of the tree, of a reminder of the gallows that was there. So they planted another tree. Now, here, where the gallows used to be, have been many sightings of apparitions floating in the air, or as they say, hanging in the air, just hanging from something that's not there. So there's ghosts in this neck of the woods, which are... We just walked over my grave. So this area is haunted, and why am I saying it in such a happy way? Oh, so this place is haunted and you can see loads of dead bodies floating in the air. How wonderful is that? Bring the family. It's a great day out. Oh, wow. So, you get the gist. It's the end of the hike. Again, that makes no sense to you, does it? So we'll stop that there and we'll continue on with the hike because there's so much more to see. Here's that unfucking again. So, Naked Man, gallows, pagan rituals, Adolf Hitler, fucking Adolf Hitler, I swear, and ghostly apparitions and screaming at night. And there we have it. All in one little place. Bring the family, go. All day out. Fun for everyone. Put your clothes on, Harold.
Harold!
So this vast section that we're on now, this is Wolverine Plain. Wolverine Plain, Will Trim. You're stuck in my head by calling it something different. Git. Wolverine Plain. I'm going with that. Ooh, I've just stood in poo.
Bugger.
Horse poo, pony poo, which ties in. Wolverine Plain was the original section of land when common law came into effect that their ponies were released to. So they first grazed on all this land here on Wilbury Plain. And obviously more and more got released, more commoners were doing it. But this was the first section of where the ponies were released. Hence I've just stood in a pile of pony poo, which is nice. Yay. So if you do come here, don't wear your best shoes because you're going to get covered in cack. Crack it on. GPS chatting to me. So we're still walking along the Wilbury Plain area where we leave that in. Fuck it.
Why you being a dickhead for? Stop being a dickhead.
Oh, GPS is going nuts. On the plain, as I mentioned earlier about the ponies being released. Do you want to see them? Because there are a lot of them here. Spin this round. Spinderella, turn me up one time. See? Whew, there's more than you can count. Oh, foals as well. And poo.
That is one big pile of shit.
Lots and lots of poo. Now, temptation might get the better of you and you might want to go and pet them or stroke them. Don't. They're not yours. They don't belong to you. They belong to the commoners. They are theirs. And they don't like them being touched. So don't touch them. Beautiful. Let's keep moving. So it's going to be a very hot day today. I already know this. It's early and I'm already hot. And I'm going to be out for quite a few. Cheers, Doris. What was I saying before I was so rudely interrupted by my GPS? Ah, yes, the weather, hot, clothing. So, it's going to be extremely hot today, and you might be tempted to wear shorts.
Scorchio.
But I think if you knew the area where we are, you'd decide against it. So I have gone for my usual lightweight hiking leggings. The reason being, we're in the New Forest, which is the UK's biggest population of snakes. Yes, people, snakes. Even more so, the venomous adder, the UK's only venomous snake. Right here. So, it's just a little bit of extra protection. Now, talking of snakes, it's like a little bit of Wikipedia.
Oh, yes.
Would you? Would you like a bit of Wikipedia? Think you would. Ooh! So no trip out to the New Forest would ever be complete if we didn't talk about the legendary characters here. So this week's Wikipedia, we're going to talk about the legendary character that is Harry Brusher Mills. Take the next left. Also known as the snake catcher.
Oh.
So this is Harry. And Harry lived deep in the New Forest in an old converted charcoal burner's hut, which is basically earth and just branches for a roof. Very basic, very poor man. But like I said, he had two names. One of his nicknames was the Brusher, and the other one was the Snake Catcher. Now the Snake Catcher one is obvious, but Brusher, now he got that name from the local cricket club, where in between innings he'd run on with a brush and brush off all the, well, just clear the path between innings, because apparently that's what you do in cricket. I don't know cricket, don't understand it, don't want to understand it, boring as fuck, just a pointless game. But there we go, that's my thing. Now they have changed from horses to very big cows, without me even knowing. I'm hoping the cows, because me and bulls don't get on. Harry the Brush Mills, or Brusher, there we go. So that's how he got the Brusher name, from cleaning the, I don't even know what they call it. Is it a lawn? Is it a pitch? Is it a field? Is it a crease? The bit in between the two sticky bits where people run up and down, that bit, he'd brush that in between their innings. I know it's called innings, so there we go. Now, this bit is what... Oh, fuck me. I'm going to shut her up. Right, I'll shut her up. 2 seconds.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Right, okay. So the snake catcher bit. So old Harry would go and catch snakes armed with just a pitchfork and a sack, and he'd do all the local properties and the surrounding area. He would ship a load of them off to London Zoo, where they'd be used for food. Got an audience of 2. Well, they'd be shipped off for food for the local zoo, and the rest of them he would actually cook them up and make snake bite ointments for adder bites. Yes. Did you want to hear that bit again? Were you listening to me? So, yeah, Harry, old Harry, yeah, snake catcher from your neck of the woods. What he would do, he'd cook them up and use them to make ointments for adder bites. Yeah. How smart is that? Clever man. You have a great day. What else did he do? Oh, I've not got any more for you, so sorry. You can always subscribe to the YouTube channel. Maybe not. Now, old Harry did this for 18 years. 18 years of catching venomous snakes. Never got bitten, not even once. And he used to do little party tricks. People would invite him to they'd actually release the snakes, and then he'd go and catch them, show him how he'd catch them, and he'd play with them, and he'd do all that malarkey, something I would never do, but he did. And in those 18 years, can you hazard a guess at just how many snakes he caught? You can't do it now. They're protected. You can't even pick one up. Not a shot. You're in trouble. Not that you'd catch me picking up a venomous snake. Anyway, got a few more brain cells than old Harry. But, hazard a guess, just how many he picked up. I'm waiting. So he recorded and wrote down each one that he picked up. 18 years, 30,000 snakes. I'll say that again. 30,000 venomous snakes. Fuck that for a game of soldiers, Harry. You absolute lunatic. But, yeah, kudos. But unfortunately, he wasn't actually that well liked. There was he had quite a few enemies, which was a bit of a shame. And one horrible night, someone actually set fire to his little coal bunker that he lived in, and within a few weeks, he died. A lot of people say it was from a broken heart over it, but yeah, legendary character with a tragic ending. Here we go. So there we are. That was this week's Wikipedia. And on with the walk. So without realising it, I've just stumbled across another place, and the OS map has triggered up to tell me where it is. Now this is Long Slade Bottom, and I think whatever there is Crabtree Bottom. Now they are bogs, which this area is renowned for having bogs. Although unfortunately, with the current climate being absolutely drier than a nun's chuff, there's no water anywhere, so there's no bogs. But back in the 1800s, again with those old pesky smugglers, these areas, this one and Crabtree, they were used, the bogs were used to actually bury their contraband. So they put them all in the oak barrels or whatever they were using in those days, and they would tie something to it and drop it deep into the bog to keep. Hello? See? They're everywhere. Yeah, so they keep them hidden in the ground, in the bogs. The customs and excise officers always refused to go in the bogs because they were believed they were haunted places by what they called willows of the wisp. Is that what they called them? Willow of the wisp? You all know this. So they always refused to go in there because they classed them as haunted places, and even the customs officers would never go in there. So that's where they used to hide all their shit, and I am absolutely waffling crap, but it's true crap, and that's what this channel is all about. It might be absolute drivel talk and bollocks, but it's all fact and folklore.
Get a life, nerd.
If that makes sense. It's a combination of the both of them now, so it is. Combination of the both of them now, so it is. What? Alright, let's move on up. Don't know where I'm going now. Well, like I said before, it's a wee bit warm. Yeah. Don't you like it, pal? Don't I like it, pal? It's making me warmer. Oh, chicks and tisms are out. So I see. So I said about the bogland, this kind of gives it all away. Where all this shit you'd see, this would all be Boggy Pete. Boggy Pete? Didn't I go to school with him? I can't remember. But that's, yep, these are the kind of areas that you'd find all the contraband. There's probably some still hidden in there now. Some Chantilly frilly laced knickers. What? Or brandy. Yeah, we'll go with the brandy. Oh no, I don't drink brandy anymore. Tea! Yeah, so you could find a nice cup of tea hidden in these these here neck of the woods. Here we are, right bang, slap bang in the middle of nowhere. It's bizarre because you wouldn't know which way to go, but I do. I know where I'm going. I'm going all the way over there to try and find the first of the 2 peaks that I'm going to bag on this one. And it's called Five Thorns Hill. There is a story to it. I'll say about the story when I get up there, but I've got about a 25-minute trek to get up to it, so I'm going to go and do that. Try and make up a bit of time, because these videos and film and stuff, it really slows the hike down, but no one cares about that. So while I'm doing this, you lot can be privy to this week's pointless intermission. Before I get to the marker for the peak, I've forgotten about this one as well. This is the edges of Hinchesley Woods. Now, this was a synonymous hiding area for the smugglers because of its density and its maze-like qualities that it has inside. And there's bogs and there was traps. There was also a lot of rituals that used to take place here, and there's markings on the trees of witchcraft and pagan symbols. And there were folklore tales that it was haunted, and out of the bogs would rise little demonic animals and pulling the horses and pulling travellers and any law enforcement who went in there looking for smugglers, because they would use this area. They'd step out, light a lantern, and there'd be little markers all around the area, because they could step out and see right across the plains from miles and miles. There was loads of vantage points along this wooded area where they would have their meetings and discuss what they'd go and pilfer next. But yeah, inside there, many a tale, probably many a person has been buried. But that's Hinchesley Woods, the smuggler's den. Cracking on. Someone there. So as I was saying about Hinchesley Woods, there's another section of it, and this is all what they would have seen from that vantage point of this section of the woods. So all they would do, then they're smugglers, they would light a lantern on the edge of where they were. Say if they were on that point over there, so they'd stand here at this section, they could see all the way down to those parts of the woods, and then they could see all the way to that section of the woods. So they'd have their markers while they were having their meetings in the middle of the so-called haunted woods, where no one would dare venture. They'd be out here at these positions, and then they'd light, if someone was seen at a distance, they'd light the marker, and it'd go along to whichever way they were coming. So if they were coming from this section, they'd light up over there. If they were coming from that section, they'd light up over there. and then the marker would go around and it would get back to them inside the woods, and they'd turn everything off and they'd hide and they'd set all their traps up to deter the authorities from going in and scuppering their smuggling plans.
Bugger off!
Cunning, devious chaps. So many tales up here. Love the New Forest. Rather vast as well. So apparently take the next right, and my marker's around here somewhere. Yes, my marker's around here somewhere as well. We're just about to get to the what would it be called? Marker. It's not a trig point, it's just a marker of the peak. Now this is it behind me. That there. I'm going to walk around and walk up to it. Now this section is called Five Thorns Hill, and it's named after ancient forestry Celtic folklore, where they believed this is where the fairies would live, and it was the gateway to another world, and it was marked by 5 ancient hawthorn trees. Yep. Okay, what have you been smoking? But that's it. This is Five Thorn Hill. If you're bagging any peaks in the New Forest, let's get up there and bag it. Bag it. Marker point. It's not actually up there. Right here. Right amongst the heather. Heather. Ooh, what's that? What's that over there? Turn around, you dope. That looks like a tumulus, an ancient burial chamber. I'll check on the map. I'm not going over because I want to go back that way, but I'll check on that one. All the way back now, because that's what you do. Walk a miles on end just to stand there and say, "Oh, I found it." Found fucking what? Sometimes chickens, sometimes feathers. We're at the second peak that we're bagging today, and this is it. This is called bright light Red Hill. Now it has a very famous story to this of why it is called Red Hill and what happens here. Now in medieval times, this is where poachers and gamekeepers came to settle their debts. So basically, that was it. It was a fight to the death. If you were caught poaching on this land, this was your punishment in medieval times. You'd have to fight to the death. If you survived, you were allowed to go, or the gamekeeper died. That was it, but that's how the debts were settled. So it's called Red Hill. And when it rains and when the weather has been really, really bad and wintry, and all the moisture comes up, the ground comes up red. And it's meant to be all the blood from the debts that have been settled here come back up to the top. that's the folklore to it. The real reason is, yes, this is where they did settle the debts. That did happen here. This is, although it's very, very peaceful now in medieval times, this was the debt area. This is where you died. This is where you fought it out. But it's very, very rich in iron. So yeah, you never know. It could be the iron from all the blood, but it is very, very, very rich for iron in this area and minerals. When it rains, all the water that comes up is red. So there we go, Red Hill, and the folklore behind it. Very peaceful though. I mean, like, so peaceful. Yeah. Beautiful and eerie at the same time. Very nice. Very nice. Finally come across a bog, and this one is Crabtree, which I thought was earlier, but it's not. This is it. So this is Crabtree Bog, and as you can tell, there's still water. When was the last time we had any bad weather? But there's still bogs here now. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Nice. Why is it mountain bikers are such a moody bunch? When I mountain bike, I'm never moody, I'm always cheerful. Anyway, so there it is. That's one of the bogs, and that would have been something like what the smugglers would have buried all their bounty in. So we found one. Almost at the end, and we found one. And we've also just seen the elusive happy creatures that are mountain bikers of the New Forest. Quite a rare breed, but when you do come across them, they're miserable as fuck. So, as luck does have it, on my way towards the end, I've actually got to go and do another bit because I forgot. But I'll edit it into the beginning bit, so you'll never know that I fucked up and missed it. But if you've got this far, you'll know I fucked up and missed it, because I've just told you I fucked up and missed it. So it all seems a bit academic now. Anywho, I'm glad I got the old fluffy mic on, because it is windy as hell up here. This is top of Holm Hill, and I can see 360 all around the surrounding area of the New Forest. So this is the highest vantage point on this route. Now, as I said, it's called Holm Hill. And if anyone remembers from their days in school Old English dialect, please tell me you did Old English dialect in school and it wasn't just me. Probably was just me. I also did Latin, and I still remember some Latin. Sunday, so being Sunday, I shall say Apu de diem sum fortis. With God I am strong. Very apt. Right, back to the story about where I am. Holm Hill, as I say, Old English dialect, and it is, meaning is Holly Tree. Holly Tree Hill. Guess what that is behind me? Sycamore tree. No, dickhead, it's a holly tree. There we go. So I've got to go this way now because I've done this bit. I'll go and find the bit that I fucked up and unfuck it. Can you unfuck something? I've got to find out if you can unfuck something. Holm Hill, highest point, done. 3 peaks on this route. I'm going to press stop now because that's the kind of guy I am. So just about to come up on another place with an awesome name. This is Duckhold Bog. And again, this would have been another location that Smugglers would have hidden all their goodies. Beautiful. Well, yeah, you can see the iron red. I don't know if you could hear what I said then because I switched it, but you can see the iron red richness in the ground. Wow, that's a tongue twister, and to say straight off the bat, mightily impressed. Awesome 2 kudos points to Big Dog for saying that. But yep, here we are. Duckhold Bog. Almost done. And it is really, really hot, like so hot. But the water's minging, there's no way I'm going in that. Otherwise, I really do fancy jumping in water today. I think I've just realised why they call it Duckhold Bog. Oh, it stinks like ass. You should call it Duck's Hole Bog. Oh, it's minging. No bueno. Woo! Bomb hole. Bomb hole. Not bum hole. So we're at the end, all done. 10k, enjoyed it. Nice to be out again, nice to do a bit of filming and see some sights across the area that you may not know of that we're here. And now you do know they're here, so you can come and see them if you want to come and see them. I'll put the map up on the end and the route, it's all there. If anyone's got any questions on it, drop me an inbox or put a comment in the section. I'll get out again and try and do some more, maybe next week or the week after. I need to look at where to go and what to see. So this has been Walking with Dog on the next ridge over in the New Forest. Do that thing, like, subscribe, all that bump, and that's it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, enjoy what you do. Can you hear drum? I can hear drums. Yep, New Forest, it's got it all. It's even got drummers. Anyway, give us a follow, give us a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next ridge. Adios, mother chudders. Oh look!